So you're going to need a pair of hand wraps. You can get the hand wraps almost anywhere. Almost any sporting goods store are going to have hand wraps. I prefer 180-inch Mexican style hand wraps. Now, I have kind of big hands, but even if you have smaller hands, I think it's better to have more to work with than less. When you go over to Dick's or the Sports Chalet or wherever it is that you go, Big Five, to get your hand wraps, you're probably going to see a lot of 108-inch on the shelf, and maybe some that are not so elastic. Could be that the 108-inch is not enough. You probably want the 180-inch. And I'm going to go ahead and unroll this right now. What you'll see is it's just a long bandage, and there's just a little bit of elastic give to it. And that elastic give is going to be nice so that it forms to your hand a little better. Now, this is kickboxing, you guys. I'm going to teach you guys how to kick and how to punch. Most of the time, at least for this 6-week course, we're just going to be doing shadow boxing, so you're not going to be making any contact. Later though, when we start doing pad work and you start making impact with your hands, the bones in your hands are way too small to be having that impact all the time. You'll get like these little micro fractures in your knuckles, not good for you at all. Also, the other thing is that we don't want our wrists to bend like this. That'll stretch or tear the ligaments. So we wrap our hands to protect all the small bones in our hand. So I just unrolled this one hand wrap here, and when I go down to the end of it, there's this loop. And then on one side, it gives me a hint. It says this side down. So I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to put my thumb inside that loop, and then this side that says this side down, I'm going to lay that across my hand like that. So now I'm going to take the hand wrap and I'm going to wrap it around my hand one time like that. And then I'm going to do it again, like that. Now I'm going to take the hand wrap and I'm going to wrap it around my wrist. One more time around my wrist. Now I'm going to take the hand wrap, it's going to go on the top of my hand, and I'm going to lace it in between the pinky and the ring finger. And then it's going to go around my wrist again. And then I'm going to go the next digit. And then it's going to go around the wrist again. And then I'm going to do the next digit. And then it's going to go around the wrist again. I like to wrap the thumb, and if you have extra material, you can do things like that. So I'm going to take the hand wrap and I'm going to wrap around my thumb right here. And then I'm going to come up on the back of my hand. Gives the thumb a little support so it's less likely to snap back. It can still snap back even inside a boxing glove, but just having that little extra support makes me feel a little more comfortable. Now I'm going to take this across my knuckles a couple times, and now I'm going to do this X shape right here, and then one time around my knuckles. Now when I get down to about this much, this is about when I'm going to finish the wrap, and I'm going to finish the wrap on my wrist. Just like that. So now I've wrapped my wrist to give my wrist support so that it's less likely to bend like this, and it's not going to tear or pull those tendons in my hands. And then every one of these knuckles has been bound to the knuckle next to it, and then they've all been bound together. So it's kind of like if you have one pencil, it doesn't take much to break one pencil. But if you grab a fistful of pencils and they're all together and you try to break those pencils, it's a lot harder. Same thing with the hand wrap here. It's really easy to break one knuckle. But when I bind each of those knuckles to the knuckle next to it and then bind all of those together, it's a pretty rock solid fist. You don't want to hit anything with your fist unless it's wrapped up like this and inside a glove. If you want to do self-defense, we'll talk about self-defense, we'll talk about the super slap and whatnot, but when we're doing kickboxing, you want to wrap your hand, you want to put your hand inside a glove.